Hello everyone. Again, this is about formal and informal English. This is part 6, and I'm trying to explain again the features or qualities of formal English. I explained some of them in part 4 and part 5, and this is part 6. So, in formal English, we use nouns rather than verbs. Example: technology in Japan has improved. Here, has improved is a verb, it is present perfect, and this is informal English. In formal English, I have to say there has been an improvement in technology in Japan. As you can see, the blue is formal English. So improvement is a noun, technology is a noun. So in formal English, we use nouns and they are better than verbs. It doesn't mean we don't use verbs in informal English. Informal English. We use verbs in formal English. But if you have a choice between a verb and a noun, it is better to use nouns in formal English than to use verbs, as you see in this sentence. Avoidance of conversation markers. Avoidance means we don't use conversation markers. So when you speak, you say, anyway, well, I think now. All these are called conversation markers, and they have no meaning. Most of the time you are thinking about what to say. Well, I'll give you a call tonight. So this sentence is informal because I use well, and well is what? A conversation marker. It shows the conversation, but as I said, it has no meaning because you are saying it just to think about what to say next. The formal, actually, I will call you tonight, or you can say I will contact you tonight. It's better even. So well is informal. Well, I'll give you a call tonight. Actually is formal. I will call you tonight, or I will contact you tonight. This is formal English. Ellipses sounds good. So here I delete it. And this is okay in informal speaking. Would you like to go to the cinema? Or shall we go to the cinema? Sounds good. It means it sounds good. But in speaking, many people don't use it. So they delete it. If they delete, it means they avoid ellipses. What is ellipses? Means you delete something in the sentence. Ellipses means you delete something. You cross it out. You don't use it. But if it is formal English, the sentence must be, as I said before, grammatical, must be complete, must have formal words. This idea is useful. So I don't use good, I use useful. And I use complete sentence. This sentence is useful. I have a subject, I have a verb, I have a complement. Clear language. Again, in formal English, we use clear language. The thing you are wearing is nice. So the word thing is informal. It has no meaning. I don't know. I mean, I can say a sofa is something, a pillow is something, a door is something. So the word thing in English has no meaning. And you understand it maybe from the situation or the context. How do I make this sentence formal? The shirt which you are wearing is beautiful. Number one, I use the shirt. So now I know and you know what we are speaking about. I don't say the thing, I say the shirt. I use which. And which is a relative pronoun, and it makes the sentence complex and it makes it complete. But in speaking, people don't use which because this is informal. I mean informal speaking, but you can have formal speaking. If you want to have formal speaking, you can say the shirt which you are wearing is beautiful. So when I say formal, I mean speaking and writing, because we have formal speaking and formal writing. So I don't use the shirt, the thing is informal, the shirt is formal. I use which in formal English. I delete which in informal English. Complete response, I see. People say something to you, say I see. This is informal. But if it is formal, what do you have to say? You have to say, I completely understand what you are trying to explain. or I'm completely understand the point which you are trying to explain. This is formal English. Again, avoidance of using so many clauses which are joined together or chained together, are joined or chained if you want, joined or chained together. So I'm sorry, this is informal, but I can't meet you tonight, and the cat's ill, which doesn't help, but call me anyway. So as you can see, you have short sentences, but they are chained, they are joined together, and this is weak in, in English. So here, this is all, is informal, but is informal, and you are using and in, again, informal. Cat's ill means cat is ill, which is informal, which doesn't help, again, but call me anyway. So all this, as you can see, no commas from here to here. I don't use any commas, only one stop at the end. So I'm putting many sentences joined together, if you want, many clauses joined together, and we only have one full stop, and this is weak structure, weak English, but it is used in informal speaking. Now formal, I regret. Now this is formal. I'm sorry is informal. I regret to inform you that I will not be able to meet you tonight. So I can't meet you, it means this is informal. I will not be able to meet you, this is formal, tonight. And then you say here, due to the fact that, this means because. Of course, due to the fact that means because is most of the time informal. It is better to use due to the fact that, this is formal. But because and due to the fact that have the same meaning. Due to the fact that my cat is not well. So I don't say fine, again I say well, because fine is informal. However, however is formal, but here but is informal. However is formal. I use a semicolon, however, comma. However, you may call me, you may contact me, should you have time. Should you have time means if you have time. But if you say if you have time, this is informal. Should you have time, this is formal English. And it's better to say you may contact me. It's better than you may call me, because contact me is more formal than you may call me. So if you look at this sentence, why this sentence is formal, you've got semicolon, you've got formal conjunction, you've got comma, and you have got inform is formal, regret is formal, will not be able to meet you again, this is formal, due to the fact, this is formal conjunction. So as I said before, formal English is like mosaic, it's like a picture. The words must be formal, the structure must be formal, and everything must be complete, meaningful, accurate, precise if you want. And this is the end of the video. Please watch all the parts on formal and informal English one by one, and I hope you build a very good picture about formal English. Thank you for watching. All the best.